Okay, Lindsay, so first I would like to address your MRI results. So you told me that you were shown to have degenerative joint disease on the MRI. So what I want to tell you is I really don't think that a lot of your pain is coming from that degeneration. So degeneration in our joints is a very natural thing that occurs. Most adults have some form of degeneration in their joints, okay? And it doesn't always cause pain. They done studies where people had spinal pain and they took MRIs on all of them, and there was people that in this study that showed on the MRI the injury or degeneration or things like that, things that you would think would cause pain, and they weren't feeling pain at all. And then there was a lot of people who had pristine MRI images of their joints, and they were in a lot of pain. So I just wanted to introduce this to you, and we can talk about it more, but pain in the body is not always related to something being degenerated or damaged. Okay, so I want you to think about if we have a thermostat and we're in the middle of Antarctica and you have a thermostat in your house and you set it to turn on the heat when it gets to 75 degrees, okay? So, and then you can make that thermostat more sensitive by turning it up to 80. So now it only has to become 80 degrees for the heat to kick on and for it to start to get warmer. Whereas before it had to get all the way down to 75 degrees for the heat to turn on. So now at 80 it takes less cold getting in for the thermostat to send that stimulus off. Okay, so just think about that. So when we feel pain, what it is something's happening, kind of like the cold to the thermostat, and then the thermostat or our brain is sending a signal back out saying turn the heat on, or in this case turn the pain on. So when we think about it that way, I like to think of it kind of like as that pain thermostat. So, and what can happen is your pain thermostat can become more sensitive in the same way. So let's just pretend everyone has a pain thermostat that's set at 70 degrees, right? So if yours is set at 80, you're more sensitive, and it's going to take a lot less stimulus or stuff going on for that your brain to send that signal and say, hey, turn on the heat, turn on the pain, right? So things that didn't hurt you before or don't hurt others can hurt, and things that hurt slightly before, they may be way too intense. So basically, your body's in an overprotective mode, and it's telling you that everything hurts. So like I said, it becomes rewired. Well, I can actually help you rewire it back down and become more normal again, okay? It's gonna take some time, but it's gonna involve movement and me touching the area, which I know is painful now, so we're gonna start slow and work our way up, but I really think we can help with that, okay? And then going off that, something else I just want you to understand is that that things in our lives that are going on can also affect that pain thermostat, and it can cause it to be sensitive or make it stay sensitive, or it could be just affected by how sensitive it is. So when you have things going on in your life, it's kind of like something coming into your body, and your brain is going to say, hey, we don't like that, that's stressful, get it away from us. And it can kind of just add to everything that's going on, and it can actually end up causing you more pain. So I understand from what you've told me that, you're going through a lot of things right now, besides just this pain, and but at home and things like that, and you've also gone through things before. So, you know what, I think, I've really seen some positive results of patients kind of similar to your position, pain-wise, and social-wise, finding, somebody to talk to and help them get, work through these issues and kind of reduce the stress, so that in turn you can easier rewire that pain thermostat, okay? So if you'd like to talk to somebody, I think that would be really great. I have plenty of resources. I can give you something before you leave, and you can kind of just think about it, and then we can see what, if you'd like to do that, I can help you set it up, or whatever you need, okay? But I really think that will help you as well. It's gonna help you bring down that thermostat and get back to normal, in addition to what we're gonna do in here, Okay, so I'd like you to consider that. But you know what, for now, I don't want you to be afraid. I don't want you to think that you're gonna do something that's gonna hurt your neck more. Okay, we're gonna start slow and we're gonna work our way up into getting that thermostat reset. Okay, but I really think that, you know, if we have a combination of a few of these things, I think you'd be surprised that this pain isn't coming from that degeneration. I think there's something else going on. I think there's some sensitization, and maybe that there's some stressful things that may be kind of making it a little harder. So I think once we address those, we're going to do great.